Sanwo reveals enemies of Lagosians. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo has revealed the enemies of Lagosians as they collectively wage war against dreaded coronavirus pandemic. Sanwo, in a statement to review the first day of lockdown in the state, said the enemies of Lagosians were those who refused to observe the lockdown order. It is on this note that I would like to warn those who may wish to breach the restriction that their action is against the public health interest of all Lagosians, he said. Sanwo commended Lagosians for keeping to the presidential directive. He said, I would like to note the high level of our people's compliance with this presidential directive. It has shown that we realize the enormity of the challenge that we are facing and the choice that we have made, fighting to stave off a massive attack of COVID-19 and staying alive to reclaim our life that has been disrupted by this unseen enemy. The restriction, I would like to remind us, is to contain the community spreading of this disease by enlisting everybody in the fight and ensuring that many more do not contract it. On the medical front, I have been informed that all COVID-19 patients are stable. 5 of them were discharged on Monday, and by the grace of the Almighty, more will soon be out of hospital. Our medical staff, exceptional men and women, all doing well, all to ensure that the patients do well, regain their health and return home to their families. We will be doing a lot to encourage them and lighten their burden by staying indoors, he said. He said only those rendering essential services who must be well identified were allowed to go out when necessary. According to him, our welfare package remains on course. As I have often said, those at the bottom of the economic ladder, the underprivileged and the most vulnerable amongst us, will not be left to fend for themselves at this difficult time. Our relief package, which is to reach about 200,000 households in the first instance, has continued. Parts of the following local governments are being covered: Amuwo Odofin, Ekpe, Ikeja, Badagry, Ibeju, Lekki, Agege, Oshodi, Solo, Apapa, and Lagos mainland. Order will soon be reached. May I seize this opportunity to thank those worthy Lagosians who have demonstrated the true spirit of a greater Lagos by coming forward to help at this time. I salute our law enforcement agents who have been working tirelessly to ensure that the presidential directive is enforced. I join them to continue in that path and in spirit. This should be firm but cautious in discharging their responsibilities. Again, I have no doubt that if we continue to fight in unity, COVID-19 will be defeated and we will come out victorious as we always do, he said. So guys, the Lagos State Governor has come out to identify or to reveal the enemies of Lagosians, those who are saying, oh, they must go out, those who have not been obeying the lockdown directive by the president, according to what he's saying. Yes, those are the people that are really the enemies of Lagosians. From the start, the Lagos State government, the governor and the commissioner for health, they've really tried their best, but they are still insisting on 200,000 households they are going to meet up. They are going to be meeting up their demands, and those who are vulnerable and the poor amongst the people. From the statistics we have, I think Lagos population is close to 20 million, or if not more than. And the question we need to ask now is that out of the 20 million, how many people, even if we don't have the data, because that is the song we've all been singing, we don't have structures, we don't have data, they don't even know how to go about it. Even the 200,000 people, they don't even know how to go about them. So if we want to take the statistic of that 20 million, can we say the state is really buoyant, or the people are not living, people who are living in abject poverty, what is going to be their percentage? Because if you are bringing out 200,000, because that is what you can cater for, good and fine. In my own statistics, in my own opinion, I believe if you have 20 million people, believe you me, almost 90% will be living in abject poverty. So what are we talking about? So 200,000, will that make up for all of those people is not realistic. They are trying their best, but their best is not just enough. Their best is not just enough. It's not working, because like people have been coming out to say, even if you tell them to stay for 6 months, they will stay. Before now, people have not been complaining. We've been talking about hunger in the land. People are hungry, but people see in that manner, people still go out to fend for themselves. They don't even dwell much on that. Everybody know that is a given. Everybody knows it's a given that there's hunger in the land. There's been hunger in the land. There's been poverty in the land. But people still go out to do their own, to fend for themselves, though they still complain. But in this case, no, they say you cannot even move an inch. And they are catering for 200,000 people. And the 200,000 people, close to 1 month, if not more than 1 month, they are still on the process, still in the process of still trying to cater for the 200,000 people. The last rat they talk about, that they got the number, or some people register. Up to now, some people have not gotten what they even promised them. They just sent their numbers to confirm whether they are still living in that address, and a lot of them responded. Up to now, close to 1 month, we are even still talking about whether the lockdown is going to end by Monday, or it's still going to be extended. People don't even know. Up to now, those people have not even gotten anything. It is easier said, oh, stay at home, stay at home, stay at home. Oh, they will tell you, oh, you have to stay at home. It is for your own good. But they are not looking at the other side. They don't just want to pay attention, because some people, I listen to a lot of people so much, and they will be telling you the government is doing its best just for the people, but the people are not realizing it. But they will say, hey, it's good to stay at home. Of course, they understand that there's hunger in the land. Okay, how is it going to be tackled? That is what we are talking about. Yes, if you tell people to stay at home, you have a good point, so that it will limit the spread of this thing. But what of the hunger aspect of it? If you are taking 200,000 people that you are going to be fending for, so are you saying that the other almost how many millions of people, that they are okay? It's not realistic. That's just the way it is. And some people have been coming to say, let them relax this lockdown. There are some certain sector that needs to be shut down, like the school, like the churches, and what have you. Even the ones that will still be coming out, they should have rules and regulations on how to be able to minimize the spread as well, because people are not really depending on the government to do anything for them, because before now, the government has not been doing anything. Everybody has been fending for him or herself. Everybody has been providing for themselves, not now that they are just trying to make it seem as if they care about the people. Because if you have been caring for the people, it would have shown. We will not be having the problem we are having now. But the little or the whatever we get in this country, it goes to the few individuals that call themselves leaders, that call themselves politicians. That is where the bulk of our money goes to. So it's very, very unrealistic. Both those who are talking, oh, we want to go out, we want to do this, they have a point. Even the government and those who are saying, oh, you must stay at home, they have a point. But how do we come to equilibrium to be able to agree and know the right thing to do, or the next steps to be taken? That is where the problem lies. That is where the problem lies. It's unfortunate that we are still going through all of these things. It's really, really unfortunate. Someone says here that you are the enemy of the people. You eat free food, you drink free water, you and your family are enjoying free amenities in the state house, and the people you are representing are suffering. You still have mouth to talk. God will judge all of you useless leaders. You, the governor, is the enemy of Lagosians for not providing any palliative for your people, baddest leaders. Look at this governor who is the enemy. You and families are eating free food that belongs to the citizens. Free allowances for you and your family. You must be sick. Himself and his entire cabinet are the enemies of the state. What nonsense. Sanwo is a senseless governor. Ambode was the best. They brought Ambode into this matter again. Someone says, the governor, you are the enemy of the people. You lock them for more than a month without food or money. They will tell you that they have spent billions of naira. That is what they will come out to tell you. Even with these 200,000 people, they are even projecting. They've not even finished serving the 200,000 people. And almost the lockdown is almost, out of the way. If they are not going to extend it again. So it's really complicating. The whole thing is really complicated, and people cannot just even fathom it. And they themselves, they are not even bringing alternatives at all. Sit down at home, that's just it. Sit down at home, we are giving you palliatives. They'll just be saying that. How many people have gotten it. What's the percentage of the people getting this whole thing? You are just picking, maybe out of 100 people, you are giving 2 or 3 people, and you say the rest people should join. You don't know. Just stay at home. Maybe you can be drinking water. Some people cannot even get money to. They don't have money to buy the water in the first place. So it's very, very. Everything is just very confusing. So guys, let us hear your opinion. Do you think the governor is right by saying those who are not observing the lockdown are the enemies of the state or of Lagosians? Whichever, please let's have your comments in the comments.